All right, we've got John here, and we'll get started with Jesse Cohen.
Hey, John, we spoke pretty early in the season about your leadership group and who was going to be in it and what it was going to be comprised of. I'm curious, as the season has gone on, did you ever wind up settling on a clearly defined group? And if so, was there anybody that surprised you that wound up on it as the season progressed?
No, it's just the usual suspects, Jesse. The guys that have been wearing letters for us have been on it. It hasn't been as much, our meeting schedule and things like that leaves a lot to you wish you had more time with the guys to, hone in on the room and to actually get a pulse of where guys are at with the masks and our meeting mandates. It has been very difficult to kind of, build that culture through the room.
We spoke a couple of days ago, or maybe a week or so ago, about Alex Turcotte. He picks up the hat trick tonight. Are you encouraged by his game, anybody else's game heading into this weird playoff tournament that's going to happen?
Yeah, I think let's just go with Alex. It's a lot of hard work gone in, and a lot of. I'd say that he'd probably be the first one to admit that he was frustrated with maybe some pucks not going in, but he's putting in the extra work in the shooting room and doing his practice habits have been very strong lately, and so I couldn't be happier for the kid. It's a shame that we couldn't have a little bit better defensive effort tonight in front of Maddie, because I thought Maddie was good too tonight.
Well, let's talk about tonight. Back and forth, crazy game, especially that third period. Is this game, are you more inclined to lean towards the positive that you guys were able to fight back and eventually take the lead, or more towards an overall negative that it got out of hand there at the end?
I thought the game went to the more deserving team. I thought that they were just more diligent on the puck, particularly in the first. It wasn't a knockout period on the scoreboard, but they were very, very diligent in the loose puck battles, and we weren't, and they were, we didn't shut down plays, and then they capitalize off of some extremely poor funnel reads on our part. We leave our slot exposed over back checking, and credit to them, they capitalized on it. But you look at the last two goals, not including the empty netter there, but it's basically a 1-on-0 and a 2-on-0 at the net front, and that's whether or not they've earned free play in that space that still means the guys aren't aware of what's going on around them, and we're caught looking. So that's it.
You gave some praise for Matt Villalta. It feels like he's turned in a couple solid performances in his last few games. Do you feel confident that his game has turned around from maybe where he was struggling earlier in the year?
Yeah, I think it's all earned confidence with Matty. I think he came into the Bakersfield game after the bye week, and he was on it, and that was I think he can always go back to that start and use that as a confidence point, and then he comes and wins a couple more in a row, and in convincing fashion too. It's not as if you're ever going to have an easy night in the AHL. I think there's always a few adventures, especially with the teams that we're going against, high octane offenses that we're going against on a regular basis. And so, those shooters can burn you, and he's been up to the task.
Thanks, John.
And we'll go to Patrick Williams.
Hey, Patrick, you might be muted.
You there, Patrick? Yep. I don't think it's working. That's it actually for today. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, guys.